Dog training. Preventing learning behavior problems by using a dog leadership training program. This video is based in the writing of Dr. Elizabeth Stilo. Behavior problems are the #1 cause of relinquishment of healthy dogs to shelters and rescue organizations. It holds then, that early intervention in behavior problems or prevention of the problems through owner education, will keep dogs in homes longer and support the bond between dogs and owners. While nearly any behavior can be a problem for some owners, the ones more commonly implicated in relinquishment or euthanasia are the most important to prevent or treat early. These include aggression toward people or other dogs, separation anxiety, incomplete house training and excessive barking. Some behavior problems are directly related to the genetics of the individual while others are the result of learning from previous experiences. Examples of genetic predispositions include beagles that bark and howls excessively, border collies that nip children running by and bull terriers that spin to the exclusion of basic maintenance activities like, for example, eating, drinking and toileting. While it is sometimes possible to treat these behaviors, it is less feasible to avoid or prevent them. Most behavior problems in dogs fall in the learned behavior category, and it is those behaviors that we will focus in this presentation. The best way to prevent future behavior problems in puppies is through socialization and training. Socialization in puppies is particularly important in the prevention of anxieties and, therefore, fear-based aggression and phobias. During the socialization period of 3 to 6 weeks, puppies are far more accepting of novel stimuli. They typically require only reinforcement of calm behavior during exposure to add those stimuli into the list of what they will find acceptable, or even, positive as adult dogs. Most dog owners think that socialization means having their puppies playing with other dogs. And, in fact, enrollment in socialization classes has been shown to help keep puppies in their first homes, along with wearing head collars, responding to basic commands and being handled frequently. But this is only part of the plan. Puppies need to be exposed to different kinds of situations. The puppy should meet as many different kinds of people as possible. This includes people of all ages, ethnicities, energy levels and physical abilities. Dog owners should expose their puppies to people, especially children, on bicycles and skateboards, jogging, using wheelchairs or walkers, playing active team sports, and gathering in large and loud social groups. Thanks to this exposure, the puppy should not find people scary as an adult. It is virtually important that a puppy have the social skills necessary to be a normal dog as an adult. To help accomplish this, the owner should find as many vaccinated, healthy, appropriately behaved dogs of all ages as possible for the puppy to meet. Socialization with other dogs can occur after the first set of puppy vaccines if the other dogs are properly vaccinated with the recommended core vaccines. Dog's owner should keep a puppy away from dogs they don't know, dog parks and even community parks in which many dogs play, until 3 weeks following the final set of puppy vaccines. Because young puppies often behave inappropriately by canine social standards, older dogs may correct the puppy by growling or even mouthing. This is a natural and desirable part of the puppy's socialization. Owners should intervene if the puppy appears overly upset or injured by the correction. According to Dr. Fennick, the best opportunities to socialize a puppy with other dogs are found by enrolling the puppy in basic training classes and in strictly supervised doggy day cares. For more ideas about how to socialize a puppy with older dogs, you can ask the staff at your local animal hospital. If the puppy, as an adult, will be expected to live amicably with other species, the socialization period is the time to make this introductions. If the dog owner currently live with these pets, the exposure is easy, but they should not be limited to their current pets. Ideally, every puppy would be exposed to cats, rabbits, pocket pets, reptiles and birds. But, if the owners know they'd like to have a ferret, goat or pony someday, the puppy should meet members of those species as well. Introductions must be handled with the safety of all participants in mind. If the puppy is of a hunting breed, special care should be taken with any small animal. Puppies should ride in cars so they are good passengers in the future. Depending on the lifestyle of the owners, however, the list of vehicles may be more extensive. If the owners own a boat, snowmobile, RV, ATV, airplane, or other form of transport that the dog must be on or around as an adult, the puppy should be exposed to it early and often. Puppies should be exposed to a variety of sounds that are relevant in the owner's lifestyle. These may include doorbells, music, television, garbage trucks, delivery trucks, sudden laughter, vacuum cleaners, yelling and doors slamming. In particular, exposure to engine noise is very protective against noise phobias in the future. The best way to accomplish this is by standing on a sidewalk on a busy street and giving treats as cars go by. Many older dogs are uncomfortable walking on knobble surfaces. To prevent this problem, the puppy should be allowed to walk on wood, concrete, dirt, carpet, tile, metal, gravel, grass, sand, rocks, plastic carpet runner, vinyl and any other substrate relevant to the owner's lifestyles. Like for example, boat decks or moving walkways. Let's now discuss puppies and weather. It may be a challenge to expose the puppy to snow in August or the beach in Iowa. But, to the extent that the puppy can experience rain, waves, hot concrete and grass, it will be more relaxed in these settings later. Whether a veterinarian is seeing the socialized puppy for its last vaccines or a new patient over 16 weeks old, there are ways to work with an owner to prevent future behavior problems. These involve helping the owner with leadership, recommending a good trainer, and keeping the dog's mind stimulated and engaged. The last item is particularly important for active working dogs such as herding breeds. There are many leadership training programs available to dogs' owners. What these programs have in common is that the owner asks the dog nicely to perform a command before receiving the resources it wants, like food, attention, playtime and access to the yard. The benefits of such programs to the dog and owner are many. First, a dog leadership training program develops a consistent, positive relationship between the dog and the family. The dog quickly learns that the owners are neither arbitrary nor capricious. Rather, there is a pattern: the owner asks, the dog performs and resources are given. It is that simple. Second, it enhances the dog's responsiveness to commands. The dog learns quickly that the consequence for not listening is not getting what it wants. The clever owner will choose from a variety of commands so the dog cannot simply predict, like for example, I sit to get my food. Instead, the dog must listen for the command each time. This aids greatly in training. Third, it reduces annoying attention-seeking behavior. Many dogs learn to seek attention by barking, pawing, staring, whining, or nosing at their owners. When this happens, the owners knows to ignore the dog completely. The dog soon finds these behaviors unrewarding. Because any form of attention, like for example yelling, scolding and pleading, is good attention, the only way to make these behaviors cease is to starve the dog of any feedback at all. Finally, it allows the dog the satisfaction of working for its resources. Some dogs are looking for something to keep their minds engaged. Others are looking for interesting new ways to get positive feedback from their owners. The leadership dog training program allow for both. Owners often report that their dogs seem as satisfied with the leadership program as they are. Owners should work early and often to help their puppies feel comfortable having all parts of their body touched and handled, including their feet, ears and mouth. This will help enormously with nail trims later. Then, they should use a gradual approach to immersing the puppy in shallow warm water, toweling and brushing, and nail trimming equipment. Because the puppy may not need an actual nail trim, the owner can place the nail trimmers on the nail but not cut the nail. All of this is done with treats and great care to avoid overwhelming the puppy. If the puppies seem to be stressed during any exposure, the owner should give them a quiet time and try again later. While the socialization window ends at about 16 weeks of age and is replaced by greater suspicion of new things, owners should never avoid a chance to introduce their dog, in a safe and positive way, to new things that come along. After all, it's not possible to introduce a young puppy to everything. Dogs that obey simple commands are less likely to be relinquished to a shelter, suggesting that they are somehow better pets with fewer behavioral problems. Training those commands may or may not involve a professional trainer, as many owners are capable of training their dogs themselves. Before starting, owners need to understand the benefit of keeping the training positive versus punishment-oriented. Many books are available that can guide them in this pursuit. If the owners want to work with a trainer, the veterinary staff can help them choose someone in the local area who specializes in positively reinforced training techniques. The goal of basic canine obedience training is for the dog to learn 5 or 6 simple commands that can be used during a leadership program, as redirection when the dog is doing something undesirable and at other times when the dog may need to focus. Redirection is a good skill for all owners to learn. So, instead of relying on the word no as a command, they can use an alternative command to get the dog to do something more acceptable. In general, the most useful commands are sit, touch hand, come, watch me, and wait. Additional commands may be desired as part of play, for use in a working setting or otherwise important to a given owner. One great way to give a dog something constructive to do is by using food toys for all kibble-based meals. This provides a more realistic feeding experience than a dog can have when food suddenly appears in a bowl. It also helps meals to last longer, presumably leading to a greater feeling of satiety. While many commercial products are available, a little creativity can lead to a variety of homemade options as well. The most popular food toys are made by the Kong Company and Premier Pet Products. Feeding can become more of a game if several toys are placed around the house as part of a scavenger hunt. Owners of very active breeds, like Border Collies or Australian Shepherds, will need to engage their dogs in more activities than the average owners. Options for more expensive training and activity include agility, nose work, herding, advanced obedience training, tracking, tri-ball, search and rescue, and others. As with basic obedience training, owners should observe any organized sports group in advance to make certain that the dogs are reinforced positively and that nothing aversive is used for training. Veterinarians see many dogs that currently have no behavior problems, yet it is an important service for their clients to recommend at least basic training to help to prevent future problems. In young puppies, a systemic socialization program will give them the best chance at behavioral health. In the older puppy or adult dog, a leadership training program allows the owner to be in control without micromanaging or using force. In the new patient that presents with a behavioral problem, the veterinarian can engage in behavioral modification techniques or refer to a veterinary behaviorist. This video was based in the writings of Dr. Elizabeth Stilo. Dr. Stilo is a 2006 graduate of the University of California Davis School of Veterinary Medicine. After graduation, she pursued her veterinary residency in clinical animal behavior at UC Davis. Dr. Stilo is also a freelancer writer and author of the blog, Pet Dr. Mom, Musings of a Veterinarian and Busy Mother of Twins. Her blog can be viewed at petdrmom.wordpress.com. In this video you are going to be exposed to some dog training fundamentals. How to teach your dog to behave properly in different situations is very important to prevent behavioral problems in the future. Zak George is a dog trainer that teaches people on how to start dog training at home. Learning some dog training basics techniques can help the pet owners how to avoid behavior problems at home. Using the appropriate techniques for behavior modification in dogs can prevent the use of behavior modification drugs. Every veterinarian should advise pet owners on how to eliminate behavior problems in dogs. The professional dog training tips presented in this video are commonly used on several dog leadership training exercises. Beginning the leadership dog training exercises before the 16 weeks of age is strongly recommended to avoid behavior problems. In this video we cover the following topics. Dog training. How to prevent learned behavior problems using the leadership dog training program. Puppy socialization and training. Introducing puppies to people. Introducing puppies to other dogs. Introducing puppies other types of pets. Puppies riding in vehicles. Puppies exposed to sounds. Introducing puppies to different types of flooring. Puppy exposure to types of weather. Grooming your puppy. The leadership program for dogs. Obedience training for dogs. Food toys and activities for very active dogs.